Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Such a beautiful soul. I never thought that I would be a son of someone as lovely as she. Isn't she lovely? She's my mom. Isn't she pretty? Truly the angel's best. Boy, I'm so happy. I have been heaven blessed. I can't believe what God has done. I might be the luckiest son, but isn't she lovely? She's my mom. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Such a beautiful soul. I never thought I'd get to be a son of someone as lovely as she. Isn't she lovely? She's my mom. Isn't she lovely? She's my mom.
Boys, I agree with you. You got a special mom. Good stuff. All right, junior high, senior high, this is your opportunity to leave. And I think you're going, yes? Is it safe to send our kids back right now, Jenny? Wow, that was great. That was really good. There goes my computer ratings. I'll have 89 listen to my sermon. They'll have 250 listen to their song. So that's special. That's very good stuff. We are blessed, I tell you. Well, moms, we are blessed by all of you, and I've worked on a sermon that I hope will come through for you. So let's talk about secret agent mom. Secret agent mom. I'm sure most of the men in here, from being young guys at one time, are like me. I am amazed at what I've seen moms through the years able to do. What they know and what they see and what they anticipate. Have you ever, boy, this is going to get some of you guys. Moms, whenever you walked into the room that evening and you'd been doing something you shouldn't have done, how many of your mom goes, uh-huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of you, you know what I'm talking about. Who'd like to start? Gary, I see you nodding your head. So we'll start with you and we'll work around. So, or we could date back. We could let Archie start. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about. When you walked in and mom goes, we need to talk. I just got here. What do we need to talk about? You know what we need to talk about. How about those moms that have eyes in the back of their head? Anyone else have moms like that? Have a mom like that? Well, yeah, eyes in the, you know, she's just got through letting you know why you were late, and she's turning around and you go, she said, don't even think about it. You know what I'm talking about. How about those moms, though, that have that anticipation for those unspoken needs? Whenever she'll just, you come in and your sweetie has broke your heart, and she puts her arms around you, she already knows you got a problem. Or she's there to talk to, or to help you, or to direct you, or to correct you. We call her mom. Oh, those moms are special. When you take all of the amazing attributes of a mom like that, there's no wonder that God uses them as secret agents Secret agents. I'm convinced that God has a secret agent organization, and I don't know what it stands for, but M-O-M. That's what moms are. They're secret agents. Now, how do we know that? If most of you will think back, and this won't be true for all of us, but most of us, if we can think back, who was the first one to give us just a little bit of inkling, a little bit of direction about God? You know, whenever you've come in and you've been doing something that you weren't supposed to do, and she goes, I'm not the only one that knows, God knows as well. Well, don't tell me that. That already worries me. You know, it's usually mom who's giving us that little bit of direction in regard to these things. But now let me make this clear. Not all moms are secret agents for God. But those moms who love God more than they love themselves are secret agents for God, who work hard to keep their children on the straight and narrow, who provide a home that is filled with love. You know, I can always say that Deb has been one of those type of moms. Boy, there's times whenever the kids were coming in, I knew it was time for me to leave. But Deb's been one of those kind of moms. Our house is always prepared for the season. You know, first 40 years, I thought that stuff just happened. Then I realized about 7 years ago, that's Deb doing all that stuff. Sometimes us guys, we're slow learners, but it's mom who provides that home with all that love. And God uses moms to bless the world. So today we're going to go to a very familiar passage of Scripture. If you're not familiar with Proverbs 31, starting in verse 10, you need to be. You need to be. I use this a lot. It's an important verse, chapters to me. But we're going to drop all the way down to the next to the last verse in verse 30. It says, charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. So which moms are secret agents? Which of them are secret agents? Moms who love and respect the Lord. Now, love for God, folks, is more than just church attendance. Your mom may come to church with you, but it's more than just church attendance. Church attendance is important. I don't want to discount that. But that love that this is talking about is that love that she has for God that shows in every aspect of her life, that continues to show in her everyday approach to life. A mom who loves God sets an example that blesses, now get this, you thought I was going to say children, but it blesses God. God is blessed by those women who step up and are those moms who help direct, that secret agent who helps correct, that woman who helps get us on that path of righteousness, that one who's going to set a course for us. So we have to see that. Which moms are secret agents? Well, you can look around and not all moms are, but all the ones that are. How they help set our course. So each of you now, I like to do this. I don't know if you all like it, but I like to do this. I want all of you to kind of take that trip back down memory lane. I want you to start thinking about a mom, and hopefully it was your mom, but maybe it wasn't, that has really touched your life. I think about whenever I first come to Latonia Christian 41 years ago. Holy mackerel. 41 years ago. Mikey wasn't even born whenever we come to Latonia Christian. Look at him now, he's old. You know where that puts us, Mom. And I think about the women who are working in the back. The big room that we call the senior center now, or the chapel area, we had women in there that were working that were just, they were wonderful with what they were able to do for the kids. And many of the other rooms, there were teachers and all that was going on with them. It was a blessing. Now, one of the things that we're going to be able to do now that we have some more help, we're going to rekindle our youth program to a great degree. We're looking forward to that. But I remember these women working so very hard. You know, it wasn't because they were in church. It's because they loved the Lord that they were tolerating these kids. I don't know about you, but taking care of kids isn't always my forte. I'm really good for about 10 minutes and I say, I think Grandma wants you. That's just kind of my life. Or, you know, oops, I got a call. I hear the phone ringing at church. I got to go. Most of us guys may fall in that category, but it's that woman who's loved the Lord, who is able to step up. Now, a woman who loves the Lord does more than just step up for their own children. What do? They step up for all of our children. And they become a mom to all of them. So whenever the scripture is talking about here, it says charm is deceptive, beauty is fleeting. But a woman who fears the Lord, give her the praise that she's earned. You know, let her know that, how important that is. The next thing is, how do we identify these moms? Well, we're going to go to verses 25 through 28. I'm kind of working backwards here. How do we identify these moms? She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children arise and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. He praises her. How do we identify them? She teaches her family about God. She teaches her family about God. So how does she do that? She starts out by being clothed with strength and dignity. Strength and dignity. She has to be strong for the task at hand. Now, having raised a son and a daughter, I want you to know they're both equally difficult. Yeah. She is clothed with strength. She's got the ability to reach down and have that strength to get the job done. And dignity. She is not an embarrassment to them because she is a dignified woman. She handles things the way they need to be handled. Now, I'm sure there's a time or two whenever we've embarrassed them. I'm sure there's 3 or 4 times they probably deserved it. But moms are clothed with strength and dignity. Dignity. It says she can laugh at the days to come. Now, I like that. I want you to think about that. She can laugh at the days to come. Now, what is that telling me? Well, that she has no fear for tomorrow. She's not afraid of tomorrow. She can look at tomorrow and say, tomorrow can't throw anything at me that I've not already experienced, that I've not already done. I've already had some experience in this field. I can look at it and I can laugh and think, you can't beat me. I've got this. Us dads, what do? We look at tomorrow and think, oh, surely it'll get better. But it's moms who are able to laugh at it and say, you can't beat me. I've got this down. I've mastered this. And we're going to work for it. Now, how she mastered it? Because she knows she's working and walking with the Lord. It says she speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. I want you to think about that. I've always said that was the mom of younger children, and I think I'm right there. It's speaking about a mom of younger children. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. Most of us, at some time or another, at some point in our life, young or old, whenever you've come in just a little bit late, anyone ever see one of these besides me? I just thought they were meant to wiggle, you know. I thought Mama had a problem for years because whenever I'd come in, it was going. Most of you, some of you guys are in the same boat, and some of you ladies. Yeah, see, she's a mom. I believe with all my heart, moms, ladies, it's moms who teach boys to be young men and girls to be young ladies. It's moms who do that. Now, some of us can remember back whenever Deb and I have been married since we were 11. I was 11, she was 12. But we've been together a whole life. But you ever remember whenever you was going to go out on that date and Mom says, now, you act like a gentleman. You boys ever hear that? Uh-huh. Yeah, we've all heard it at some point or another. Us dads, we have a way of letting things slide. You know, whenever the kids were going to go out on a date, you know what I'd usually say? You need any money? Yeah, I'm bribing it. Here, take money, go. Mom's saying, you behave yourself. That's what moms do. We shouldn't lose sight of that. So it says that she watches over the affairs. She speaks with wisdom. She's telling them. Now, folks, not all children are going to follow the instructions of mom. So moms, I want all of you to know that if they don't follow it, that's not on you. What's on you is if you don't give it. Just like us dads, that sermon's coming. I'm taking that day off. So anyway, that sermon's coming. But moms, you've got to give them the instruction. You've got to be able to tell them what's going on. Let's look at the next verse. She watches over the affairs of her household and doesn't eat the bread of idleness. What's that one about? That's about moms of adult children. Adult children, okay? She watches over the affairs of her household. Moms, I don't care what age you are. We've got them from young to 96. Talking about you, Mary, okay? Yo, Mary. Moms never quit being moms, no matter what the age. Mary, you're just as much a mom now as you were 41 years ago when we first met. Yes, you are. I'd be afraid to cross you. What do you think, Deb? You want to give us an example? So, moms, how special they are. That's moms of adult children. You moms, don't quit being moms just because those kids grew up. Don't quit being moms. Don't quit being an encourager. Don't quit being lifting them up. Don't quit praying for them. Because you're mom. So she watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. She's not idle about her job. Moms don't slow down. They just find a way to get the job done. Her children, verse 28, her children. Jared, you take all this in. You're going to need to know this stuff, son, okay? Your day is coming within 10 days, all right? You think it's bad now? Wait till 13 and 14. Her children arise and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Men, don't be afraid to praise your wife. Don't be able to say, you've done good for us. You've done good for us. Too many times us men, we lose sight of that. My home is what it is because of Deb. I give her the credit. My home is strong because, man, she kept those kids in line. I turned them loose. She's a mom, and I am thankful for that. So her husband praises her. If you got a wife that has been a good mom to your kids, tell her. Tell her. Let's go back. Her children arise and call her blessed. Do you ever see an adult person who doesn't want to, that had a really good mom that was God's secret agent, that doesn't want to look back and say, how blessed I really was? Many of you have had moms like that, and that's what you want to say. Oh, my mom was such a blessing. Whenever I looked around and see the things that she's doing. Now, there's some other identifying factors that we're going to do. Let's go back to verses. We're going backwards. Let's go back to verses 10 through 12. A wife of noble character who can find she is worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. Not only is she mom, but she is a support for her husband. So all of you women, whether mom or not, this is about a wife of noble character. So I encourage you to be that, to lift up that woman that is providing for you in so many ways. Let's go down to verse 17. In verse 17 it says, she sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her task. She sets about her work vigorously. She's getting at it. She's approaching it. She's getting it done. Folks, that's so important. So important. She's not sitting back anticipating what she's got to do. She's doing it. She sets about her work vigorously. Down to verse 20, if you would. She opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. I can't begin to tell you how many times over my career, whenever I've done a funeral and there's been a wife of noble character, a good mom. You know, one of the things that I hear more than anything else is she was a mom to the neighborhood. All the kids congregated at our house. When it says she reaches out to the poor and the needy, that's not just talking about financially poor and needy. It's talking about people who have needs in their life. And it's often that house is the gathering place because you were blessed with a mom who is able to reach out to all those. Not only does she reach out to the needs of kids and children that are on your neighborhood, but she also is able to reach out into charities and finds time to do other things where she cares about her community and her neighborhood. Well, folks, not all moms are secret agents. There's no doubt. Not all of them are secret agents. But here's what it says in verse 31. Give her the reward that she has earned and let her work bring her praise at the city gate. All of you godly moms deserve our reward of praise at the city gate. So many of you women I have known for so long, and I count you to be moms of noble character. I count you to be far more valuable than rubies or money. It's what you bring to us. So many of you have brought warmth and love. Whenever I've been discouraged, it's been you that has embraced me. It's been you that have sent me cards. It's been you that's given me a phone call. Not the men, but you ladies who love the Lord. What a ministry. What a ministry. God is using you. And sometimes it's a secret. Some of you are never flamboyant. You never made it so obvious. But it's those subtle things. Because you're a mom of noble character. Because you're a woman of noble character. And I am thankful for each and every one of you. Our future at Latonia Christian is bright. I think we've made it a little brighter because I've been here for, close to 500 years. And someday Mikey, I told Mikey I'm so excited about him being back. I really am. You know, if he stays half the time I did, it's going to strengthen the church in Latonia. Often our churches in Latonia just had such a turnover. But now how does that happen? Well, I'm going to expect the men to be there to encourage and lift him up. Many of you have been doing that. But I'm going to expect the women to make sure it happens. Because you are women of noble character who love the Lord. See, it's not about wealth or fame. It's not about great things. It's about God and walking with Him. And you do that. So today, I wanted to honor you with Proverbs 31. A wife of noble character who can find? She is worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She selects wool and flax and works with eager hands. She is like a merchant ship, bringing her food from afar. She gets up while it is still dark. She provides food for her family and a portion for her servant girl. She considers a field and buys it, and out of her earnings she plants a vineyard. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her task. She sees that her trading is profitable and her lamp does not go out at night. In her hand she holds the distaff and grasps the spindle with her fingers. She opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. When it snows, she has no fear for her household, for all of them are clothed in scarlet. She makes linen garments and sells them and supplies the merchants with sashes. She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she can laugh at the days to come. Think about that. She can laugh at the days to come. I want all of you to know that there'll be days coming that won't always be easy. But she speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Get this. This is for you. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Give her the reward that she has earned, and let her work bring her praise at the city gate. Today, Latonia Christian is the city gate. And ladies, I praise you, and I salute you. Will you all please stand as we have our invitation?